In this tutorial, we'll learn how to create sections. First, open the project you created in the first tutorial. Remember, the project is a folder. Go to File, choose Open Project, select your project folder, and click Open. You should see your project name atop the left-hand column. The project sections will be listed below once we create them. A typical project consists of many sections. In most cases, each section will contain a single core image. Though it's possible to create sections one at a time in PSICAT, it's much easier and faster to create several sections at once from a single batch of images. Before you proceed, you should make sure your images are ready for use in PSICAT. Your images can be in GIF, JPEG, bitmap, TIFF, or PNG format. They should be vertically oriented with depth increasing from image top to bottom. And this is not a requirement per se, but a recommendation. If you have high resolution imagery, we strongly recommend downscaling it for use in PSICAT, both for performance and storage reasons. At LACOR, our full resolution images are 508 dpi. We reduced those by almost 70 or exactly 75% to 127 dpi for use in PSICAT. Now, let's create sections from your images. It's okay if you only have a single image file. If you have multiple files, they should be located in the same folder. By default, a section is named for the image it was created from, so it may be helpful to name images appropriately before importing. Now, let's get started importing. In the File menu, choose New, Sections from Images. You can also use Control-I to open this dialog. This takes you to the Import Images dialog. And the first thing you see is a big button that says Select Image Files with below it some text saying No Image Files Selected. So the first thing you'll do is click this button and choose your files. Mine live in the folder called PSICAT Ready Images. I'll add 4. Multiple selection is supported here, so you could select them all. You could select some subset using Shift and Control. I'm just going to select the first 4. And when you're satisfied with your selection, hit Open. And you should now see in the text below the button how many images you selected. I selected 4. And if you hover over this list for a moment, a little list of the image names will pop up. For now, we'll leave the top value as it is. But it's very important that you know the correct DPI of your images in order for the images to line up with the ruler that will appear in PSICAT diagrams. Our images are 127 dpi, so I'm going to proceed with that. We'll ignore the group value for now as well. So once your DPI is correct and you've selected your images, hit the OK button. This will open another dialog with a listing of each image you selected, the name of that image, and the top and base of that image based on the DPI that you provided. You can edit these, but for now we're not going to worry about that. So the option below, create a new section for each image, is selected. This is what you'll be doing 90% of the time, 99% of the time. You could add to an existing section if one existed right now, but it doesn't. So leave it at create a new section for each image and click OK. Below your project name, you should now see one section for each of the images you imported, as I do here. Note that each section's name corresponds, again, to the source image's name. To open a section, all you have to do is double-click its name. So if I double-click 1A, 1H1 here, I see a diagram that contains my section image and a bunch of other things with nothing in them. That's exactly what you want to see. You can close the current diagram by opening the File menu and choosing Close Section. Many diagrams can be open at once. I can have them all open at once if I want to. You can only edit one at a time, of course, but you can choose among them from the tabs on top of the diagram here. You can close them individually, or I could close all the currently open sections by selecting Close All Sections. We'll learn how to edit these section diagrams in the next tutorial.